I know we'll all have fun. Do you know the name of the mean old one? I bet you do. This one's a cinch. He's mean, he's green, and we call him the Grinch. This is my favorite book that I like to read to my class at school. It's called How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. No, or it could be perhaps that his shoes were on too tight. He doesn't have any shoes. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was 2 sizes too small. For he knew every Who down in Whoville beneath was busy now hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings,
He snarled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here.
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers, nervously drumming.
I must find a way to stop Christmas from coming.
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grinch got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
The Grinch laughed in his throat. Then he made a quick Santa Claus hat and a coat. And he chuckled and chuckled.
What a great Grinchy trick. With this coat and this hat, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
The Grinch looked around, but since reindeer were scarce, there were none to be found. Did that stop the old Grinch? Did that stop the Grinch, Martha May?
No.
No! The Grinch simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll make one instead.
Then he called his dog Max. Then he took some red thread and he tied a big horn on the top of his head. Then he loaded some bags and some old empty sacks on a ramshackle sleigh and he hitched up old Max. Then the Grinch said, Giddy up! And the sleigh started down towards the homes where the Who's lay a snooze in their town. Then he slid down the chimney, a rather tight pinch.
But if Santa could do it, then so could the Grinch.
Then he slithered and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant, around the whole room, and he took every present. Then he did the same thing to the other Who's houses, leaving crumbs much too small for the other Who's mouses. It was 1/4 dawn, all the Who's still abed, all the Who's still asnooze when he packed up his sled. 3,000 feet up the side of Mount Crumpet, he rode with his load to the tip-top to dump it.
They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. Their mouths will hang open a minute or two. Then all the Who's in Whoville will all cry. Boo-hoo! That's a noise,
Grinning the Grinch.
that I simply must hear.
So he paused, then the Grinch put a hand to his ear. And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. Do you hear it? But the sound wasn't sad. Why, the sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry very. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came somehow or other. It came just the same.
It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags.
Then he puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas
He thought,
doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
and what happened then? Well, here in Whoville, they say that the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes that day. Hooray! And he brought back the toys and the food for the feast. And the Grinch, he himself carved the Who roast beast. How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. The end.